Hey guys, so I'm here at Dragon Haven and we're going to go through the rules because apparently nobody reads these things and they're extremely important. So let's start off with welcome to Dragon Haven. This is your entrance. As you get here, you're going to drive up the driveway and you're going to go get your waiver. You are not allowed on the property without a waiver. Nobody is. No matter how old, young, or how long you've been here. When you get there, kids who are 8 to 11 are going to get a green wristband. If you're of drinking age, you will get an orange wristband. And if you are doing fire spinning or part of the safety for that, you'll get a purple wristband. So now we're going to talk about the things that will immediately get you banned. Number one, so we have a zero tolerance policy for any type of racism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, bullying, hate speech, or any type of discrimination at all. Zero tolerance, none. Second is any type of violence, whether it's physical or threats of violence. That'll get you banned immediately. Third, we have a zero tolerance policy for continuing verbal or physical contact with another person if you're told not to. And fourth, inappropriate physical or verbal interactions with minors. And then lastly, underage drinking of alcohol. Anybody who is under the age of 21 cannot drink on property. And lastly, no illegal substances. Even if they smell like illegal substances, do not bring them on property. Now we're going to talk about smoking. Smoking is only allowed at the designated smoking area. This is the smoking area. Registration is right in front of me. All you got to do is walk over here. It's about 30 steps. Smoke here. Your cigarette butt goes here. You're also allowed to smoke at your campsite, but you must police your own butts. Do not leave a mess in any of the campsites. If the grounds continue to be covered in cigarette butts, we will make all events non-smoking. Also, your pocket full of cigarette butts do not get thrown in fires. You need to take them home in trash or put them in the trash here. So, for camping rules, first, if you camp, it is mandatory that you come help break down on Sunday morning. Everyone can help. The only exception to that is one adult is allowed to stay with toddlers or infants. Any child that's 5 and up can come down and help clean up. There's something they can help do, whether it's picking up trash or going around with adults and helping learn part of the community. And we think it's really important that these kids learn at a very early age what it means to be part of a community like this and take responsibility. Number two, you're expected to have your site picked up and clean by 1 p.m. on Sunday. And number three, before you leave the premise, we expect you to have your site policed and cleaned up. No trash, no bags, no leavings, nothing like that at all. Do not leave your bags of trash on Camp Road. That's not for us to pick up. You're expected to bring those to the collection point like everyone else. Campfires must be in the fire pits that we provide. They're already here. Do not dig any more. You have to attend the fire at all times. You must have a fire extinguisher with you. Never leave it burning without somebody there watching it. You cannot bring lawn guard or fogger type pesticides. If you want to bring personal bug spray, that's acceptable and we highly encourage it. Citronella candles and incense type coils are okay. Our last rule for camping is be respectful of your camping neighbors. Have a good time. Don't do things that disturb anyone else. So toilet etiquette. First off, leave the toilet seat down when you come out and the door propped open. Number two, don't leave your mess in here. We've had some absolutely disgusting things left in here, and the people who volunteer their time are the ones that clean it up, not the people who make the mess. Please take your mess with you. Number three, only toilet paper goes inside the toilet. Everything else, there's a trash bag provided every event. So now we're going to talk about kids' policies. Children between birth and 7 must be with their responsible adult at all times and be within arm's reach. Children who are between the ages of 8 and 11 will be given a wristband at check-in and do not need to be within reach of their parents, but must remain within sight and monitored by their parents. Children from age 12 to 17 can roam without their parent during the day. They must be with their adults after 9 p.m. and they may be left at the campsite after 9 p.m., but it has to be their own campsite, not someone else's. Older kids, like siblings that are the age 12 to 17, can be designated to watch younger siblings. If the younger children are found unattended, they will be brought to the parents and given their one and only warning. Those older siblings that were assigned to watch the younger kids will no longer be allowed to monitor the younger children, and they must also remain with their parents going forward. Parents are responsible for the actions and the safety of their minor children at all times. Parents will be held responsible for any bad behavior or rule breaking by their minor kids, up to and including possible suspension or outright bans. Firearms. They cannot be brought to events. They can be left in your vehicle, but it has to be locked and secured with no ammunition in the firearm. They are not allowed in your tents. Do not kill, move, pick up, or harass any animal on the grounds. If you see something you're concerned about, get Larry and he'll move it. Pets are allowed on the premises as long as they remain leashed and with you. You are responsible for picking up after your animals. Aggressive or unsocialized animals are not allowed. Animals must be vaccinated. Service animals are obviously welcome. Behave towards them the same as you would when you're out in public. And now our photography policy. If you don't want your picture to be put out on the internet, our policy has been that you wear a very bright colored scrunchie on your wrist. That lets everybody know to scrub you out of the pictures. But it is impossible for us to police everybody who comes in here and takes pictures and make sure that they don't have you in their pictures. So what we're going to ask is, if you are taking a picture and see people in the background wearing that scrunchie, be respectful and blur and edit them out. Going forward, we're setting the expectation that before you take a picture where there's other people in the background, that you will loudly announce, "Picture," so that everybody around will know you're taking a picture and they can either cover their face, get out of the way, or just deal with it and stay. If you're taking pictures of your kids and there's other kids in the photo, it is essential that you go to their parents and get permission to include them in the photo. And this is not negotiable. Reserving sites for events and not showing up repeatedly will result in a suspension or a ban. Do not throw garbage anywhere other than in garbage cans. Missing your assigned chore will result in suspensions or bans. Do not throw anything in the pond. Do not swim or play in the ponds. The fairy garden and altars and shrines are sacred. You can leave items, but you may not remove anything. Children are not allowed to touch or play with any altar or shrine or fairy garden items. Parents will be held responsible if your child is found disturbing these things. Removing or stealing items that you have not placed will get you suspended or banned. Any child 11 or under must be with their adult while in the fairy garden. If there are any problems that come up, we ask that you immediately find somebody wearing one of our lanyards. At the exact time of the incident, don't wait. The owners of the property really insist that any serious problems or incidents be brought to them immediately. Fire Tribe runs the sacred fires. Follow their directions concerning the fires. No trash is to be thrown in the fires. This includes your cigarette butts. There is no fire jumping. This will get you removed from property. And 8, stay out of all the gardens. This extends to children and animals. So in conclusion, the people here that put these events together are volunteers. Remember that. We don't get paid for this. And Larry and Jen have opened their home to us. This is not public land. This is private land. So when you come here, leave it better than you found it. And don't bring drama. We're all here to have fun. That's what we want for you. Come here, have fun, stay safe. And we also welcome you to come be a part of this community. Don't just take from it. Come, show up, and help.